It started out like 4 years ago in Oostkamp, near Brugge. It started out like a regular cover band starts out back in the garage, with the usual, covers like "Born to Be Wild" and stuff like that. And it grew out to be a band you're looking at right now. There you go.
So why you chose for covers? So there are quite some cover bands. Is there any reason for it?
Looney?
Yeah, it's just if you play covers, I think it's you have an instant party. It's that what we want actually. If you play your own music, people have to know you first, have to know the songs. But if you play covers, always instantly a party, and it's always fun to have.
So you have also you're now creating new songs. I have heard also own songs.
Yes.
Can you give some explanation about this?
We always wanted to do that. We started out as a cover band, which we're still gonna be like that. This is still gonna be the formula. But we also were eager to write our own stuff, because it always starts out with most bands as a cover band, playing covers to get to know each other, to get the tone, to play gigs, because as a cover band you get to play a lot of gigs. But
Yeah, but we also play covers because we learn a lot of stuff by playing them. So we all listen to a lot of different genres, or how do you say it in English? And so because we have to play some songs that I don't even like or don't even listen to it, I learn new things. So that's why I came into the Covernators.
So cool. But can you give also the direct influences and indirect influences, both lyrically as musically?
As Lizzie said, because we're different people who like different styles of music, so according to music or phrasing or lyrics even, we have different opinions, and for some reason it seems to work out, and that's kind of a magical thing.
Yeah, it's rather a mix of black metal, heavy metal influences, hardcore, or Glenn listens to everything. I don't know, and we are searching for special sounds, but now we're managed to do it, so it goes well.
You have also a female vocalist. Does that came on purpose or just by luck? That maybe, yeah.
Just by luck, I guess.
When we first started out with Covernators, we had a male vocalist, and he decided then it was nothing for him. So then we came with a female vocalist, and it worked. So if it works, you don't have to change it. So that's one of the big reasons. It was just luck, I think. Yeah.
About the name Covernators, you hear the word cover, so that's very obvious. But can you explain how you chose it, why you chose it? Nators, is there a reason for this?
It's started actually with the band Austrian Death Machine, because it's influenced by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's the he's the Terminator. So that's how we took it.
Governor of California.
So yeah, we transformed it to the Covernators, but it's all actually one Arnold Schwarzenegger joke we had a few years ago, and it's stuck. So we just stick with it. So yeah.
So yeah, you want to add?
Yeah, the name also sounds good. I think it's not difficult to say Covernators. It's everyone knows the Terminator cover, so I think it's just easy to say it, to pronounce
always
it.
Brings a smile to people.
Yeah,
when you say that.
yeah.
So now I come to the question I pose to everybody on my YouTube channel. Suppose you're on a desert island, you don't have internet, no phones, no radio, no television, only a record player or a CD player, and you can only listen to 3 albums. So which 3 albums you would take with you, all of you?
First and foremost, Rest in Peace from Megadeth. Recently, I like Nevermore, so This Godless Endeavor is my favorite album. Well, the only album I listen to. And I'm still on the fence between the two, but for this occasion I'll choose for Electric Ladyland from Jimi Hendrix because there you go, because that was a big influence on my part.
Well, I don't know. I have phases of music, but now it should be Meliora from Ghost, The Book of Souls from Maiden, and Angel of Retribution from Priest. Sorry, Glenn. But yeah, you know, it's a phase. Sometimes I'm in another mood, and but I guess maybe no. Actually, if I'm on an island alone, maybe Tame Impala should do it also because yeah, the music fits with the island, and you're alone and you can rest.
No. What if it's an island with cannibalistic ants?
Then I'll have to choose a black metal band. I know. I'm imagining an island with a beach and with palm trees with a lot of
It's carnage.
cocktail.
It's carnage on my part.
For me, it would be like Right Lightning from Metallica, because that's just really kick-ass album. Then I think it would be Tool, 10,000 Days, and then the Suicidal Tendencies with Roberto Trujillo, first album. That one, I'm just gonna stick with those, and no Judas Priest.
Well, from here you see that we all have really different influences, and but it works. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna play the game with you. I would choose today Tokyo Blade, Night of the Blades, Sarcophago, The Laws of Scorch, and Anvil, Forged in Fire. So that's my idea of the moment. So yeah, I didn't prepare it. It's just like what I think about now. Your influences personally as musicians. So it doesn't have to do with the three albums you mentioned. So for all three of you, shortly, personal influence, other musician or other bands.
That's a hard one. Well, I mentioned Electric Ladyland from Jimi Hendrix, and Jimi Hendrix will remain a big influence from day one. But oh, come on. There's so many. I'm a guitar player, so there's so many other guitar players, and it's just too much to mention. Modern day guitar players are still an influence. You know, I'm 35 years old. Those guys are in their 20s. I hate them, but you know, they're still great musicians, and in a way, it makes me happy to know there's still players out there who can kick ass.
For me, well, it depends also. But for the Covernators, I just play the parts that I have to play. So the covers I just try to play as the drummer of the band that we're covering is playing it. But for the new stuff we're making, it's actually Maarten that writes it all. So I actually try to do my best to put my own details in it, but the big part of the song I try to do it as it was written in the first part.
This is such a difficult question. There's just I just had 2 minutes to think about it, but I still don't know. I think for me it would be Roberto Trujillo, just because he's groovy. It's a violent player. I like it. I'm really influenced by Roberto Trujillo. Then I think Flea, just because of the slapping. I really love that. And then for me as a bassist, I really like Pete Collar. That's the guitarist of Sick of It All, because he said, if it sounds good, just play it. If it moves you, that's the stuff you want. That's what you need. And yeah, and for the new music we're writing, I think it's the same for me. Like Elizabeth said, just do your own thing. Just don't be influenced. Be influenced by yourself, because that's what music's all about. Just be yourself. So that was for me.
Kind of funny you mentioned Flea, because many people compare me physically with Flea. I heard also I heard also a few times Chad Smith, but that's just also Pepper, but I don't know why. Just to finish the interview, do you have something to add, like an important thing happening with the band soon, like a video coming out or an important show soon? Meanwhile, you can also give like maybe a very short feedback of the concert you did together with the CD release of Enchantress in August.
Well, we were happy to open that night for Enchantress because Enchantress is such a kick-ass band. Yeah. But yeah, something. Shall we mention it?
Yeah.
We're currently looking for a new vocalist because we are about to start our new material and the new direction. The band
new
is
chapter.
the new chapter, exactly. We're looking for new talent, new vocalists, a team player. So if it's gonna be a female vocalist or a male vocalist, we haven't decided yet.
Somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between. Oh, US.
Or two, yeah.
SG.
Yeah.
My God. Oh, double vocals. Maybe.
Maybe, why not? Yeah.
But as we speak, auditions are going on, and people are applying for the job. So we have high hopes, and we expect to be on stage very soon.
Yeah, and that's also the part of the new chapter. So we will play covers and we'll continue to play them, but we will also try new things, new stuff, our own stuff even, and songs that exist. We will change them to harder style or more metal style, which we already have. So, well, now we're looking, and we're going to keep looking until we find the right person. But the release was, the release was great. With the Covernators on our side, we're a good alliance, I think.
She wasn't a part of the band.
Yeah, the moment we did the release show with Enchantress, it was fun people. There were great cocktails.
A lot of booze, yeah.
A lot of booze. We were all so drunk. It was insanely.
Yeah.
But also we had a few troubles with the sound. It's partially the sound guy. He wasn't that great of an addition for the show, but we managed. It was
It was
okay.
fun.
It was fun. That's just the most important part. We had a lot of fun. So yeah, and also we were hella drunk. So that adds up. So yeah.
Yeah, but I suppose that you were lucky to open the night, so if you're drunk, it doesn't mind anymore. You can be drunk to watch the two other bands. Thank you.
Well, not him. He plays in the first band as a guitarist in the Covernators, but he had also to play in the last band in Enchantress as the bassist. So he couldn't drink, but he did it.
I did.
He still drank.
I came, I saw, I drank, and I
sorry.
played.
Yeah.
And maybe I screwed up some
No.
here and there.
You're a bass. Nobody hears that.